Okay, then we start talking about factorial notation. So the definition of a factorial, it says if n is a positive integer, then n factorial can be defined as it's n with an exclamation point, which means you're going to take n and every number below it and multiply it by it. Well, you can see here they wrote it the opposite way than I do it. They put n's factorial is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 all the way up to times n. Now notice the number before n is n minus 1. And it says here, though, at the bottom, this is important, as a special case, as a special case, 0 factorial, which is 0 with the exclamation point, so 0 factorial is equal to 1. So anytime you have 0 factorial, it's automatically going to be a 1. Alright, so notice that 0 factorial is 1, and 1 factorial is also 1, so don't let that confuse you. So then you can see 2 factorial is 1 times 2, 3 factorial is 1 times 2 times 3, 4 factorial is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. But it also tells us to be careful here because 2n factorial is different than 2n factorial. Depends on where if that 2 is in parentheses with it or not. If the 2 is not in parentheses, then only the n gets a factorial, so you would put the 2 out in front. But if the 2 is in parentheses, then you multiply all the way up to until 2 times n, whatever that may be. Alright, so let's try this. So write the first 5 terms of the sequence given by a sub n is equal to 2 raised to the n over n factorial. It says begin with n equals 0. So now they're telling me we're going to use n as 0 as our first term. So we got a sub 0, that's my first one, and I want 5. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of set it up. A sub 1, there's my second, my third, my fourth, and my fifth. Alright, so on the first one, my n is 0, so I get 2 to the 0 over 0 factorial. 2 to the 0, remember 0 exponent, the answer is 1. Over 0 factorial is a special case, they told me it's 1, and 1 over 1 is 1. Then for a sub 1, n is now 1, so I get 2 to the first over 1 factorial. 2 to the first is 2. 1 factorial is just 1, and 2 over 1 is 2. Now is when it gets a little different because now n is going to be 2 for that third term. So you get 2 to the 2 over 2 factorial. Well, 2 squared is 4 over 2 factorial is 1 times 2, or you could say 2 times 1, which gives me 4 over 2, which we reduce to be 2. And then for my fourth term, n is now 3, so I got 2 to the third over 3 factorial. 2 to the third is 8. 3 factorial is 1 times 2 times 3. So I get 8 over 6, which reduces to 4 over 3. And then my last term there, the fifth term, n is going to be 4, so 2 to the fourth over 4 factorial. Well, 2 to the fourth is 16 over 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. So you get 16 over 24, which reduces to 2 over 3.